welcome back. So this is part 2 of To Speak as a Dragon. So in the first video, I managed to get the first 12 runes on my list. We got kind of caught up in the Obelisk of Lost Souls because the other two that were there were located on level 3, and the section that I went to was just confusing. So I'll have to look up to see how to get to level 3. Do a little background work there. So we're gonna move on. So we're gonna kind of skip those last two in the Obelisk of Lost Soul. We've traveled to an Enchanted Lands, and there are a couple of runes here. So we're gonna go ahead and do first of all the runes located in Rivervale because that zone is a little bit closer than Runny Eye. Well, that should be a quick run in, get the 2, and then run back out, and then we'll do Runny Eye. Alright, now that we've successfully zoned into Rivervale, the first rune is going to be in the House of Circles. Have a map. So the House of Circles is all the way in the back, and then we just need the one here, which is in a mill, past the Laughing Trout. So we're going to go ahead and head out that way. Again, stopping for shinies, because need to start, getting those collections finished. Alright, I'm gonna have to kind of dismount since these places are a little bit small to walk in. Alright, so what we're looking for is this orange book that's here. Okay. Go ahead and head back out and get back on the mount, and we're going to head to the House of Circles, which is going to be over here. Sorry, that I saw a shiny. Alright, and this one looks like it's a red book that's going to be under the table. Again, gonna probably want to get off your mount. Alright, so here's the table, and here is the red book. Alright, so we are finished with Rivervale. So I'm going to go ahead and check off of those. And we're going to go ahead and head to Runny Eye, which is going to be going back out to Enchanted Lands. Apparently these orcs must not have liked me coming out of the House of Circles. Or getting the rune, you know, either one. So, anyways, head back to the front. So what I like about this mount is that it jumps far distances, and if you're riding it and you fall from a high distance, you don't get damage. So that's why majority of my characters now use this mount. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and travel to Goblin Pass. That one's gonna be a little bit close, getting us close enough to Runny Eye. I don't just want regular Runny Eye. What's nice about it is if you're working on some other heritage quests, you could probably knock those out as well. So looking at mine, I think with the Staff of Observers, I would have to go and find a large lens for Blinky. So if I got some time, I might try and get that one kind of knocked out as well. But again, we're just here for this to speak as a dragon. You always want to make sure you can try and knock things out at the same time, so that way you're not like going back and forth, back and forth. I would have to say it looks like someone might have recently run through Runny Eye. There's usually mobs, like, by now. So that's cool. I mean, they are under my level anyway, so it's not anything I have to worry about. But if I get to a room that there's obviously players in, and there's a shiny, I won't go for that shiny. So, alright, so the first one, just again to make things a little bit smoother and faster, we're going to go ahead and put in the waypoint. So it looks like I caught up to that player that's running through. So let's see here. So I'm looking for, the book is going to be under a plank near a banner. This is going to be in a room with a quest giver. And not going to fight anything I don't need. You know, want to give that person, you know, everything that they need. So it's this book right here next to this chest and banner. Normally I probably would have killed those boar fiends to see if I can get any updates on the lore and legend, but since there's someone that's actually running through here to get experience, I'm going to let them to it. Not going to take anything from them. Alright, moving on to the second rune that's in Running Eye. Okay, this is considered Banker's Room, and so it's going to be up here. This scroll that's right here. Alright, so that's pretty much all the runes in Running Eye, or just in Enchanted Lands in general. Just kind of getting my bearings to see if I can go ahead and get that update for the other one. I remember where I need to go. There's a zone within this dungeon that you have to go to for that update on. Go ahead and fight this war fiend. Far enough ahead in the dungeon that, you know, I'm not gonna have to really worry about taking the enemies away from that one player. But if I can get some updates from these guys for the lore and legend, would be nice. I've always wanted to, like, get on my characters and kind of run through old areas for shinies, you know, ones that I'm missing out on, see if I can kind of complete those collections. Okay, So there's someone in this room, so I'm not gonna take that shiny. I think I backtracked on accident. I was like, I know that room was kind of familiar. Okay, let me grab this shiny real quick. Alright, this is where I want to be. Overlord's throne room. I think this is where I'll get that update that I need for... Guess we're about to find out, right? After this, we'll go ahead and head over to EverQuest, because that's where the next runes are going to be. Pull up the staff of observers. So I hope this is where I need to be to update the staff of observers. don't think it is. Well, I guess I won't be getting that update for Staff of Observers, but that's okay. We'll do that another time. Figured like, well, might as well while I'm here. But let's go ahead and we'll move to EverQuest. Now, there's a couple of runes in permafrost, which is well, actually, they're all in permafrost here. So we're gonna need to swim first across this ocean. To get to the travel. So what's nice is I can take travel directly to permafrost, which is going to be Ice Gill Lake. Usually when it's like long to load into a zone or traveling, I like to kind of do something else to kind of waste the time, like read parts of my book or color or something. And we're going to go ahead and head back up this way to enter into permafrost and get this shiny. Usually there's always a shiny out in this little platform here. Alright, so the ones in permafrost should be fairly easy to find. Looks like 2 of them are on the main level, both the eastern side and western side. I should be able to use the waypoint, no problem. And then the third one is on the basement level. Again, in this zone, I don't have to worry about any creatures aggroing me. It's kind of a nice thing when you're a higher level, you can kind of get things knocked out. Yeah, you know, you're not getting, you know, the experience that you probably could get, you know, going through a group doing something like this. I just find it much easier when doing it at a higher level. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put in the first waypoint. And see if it's nice to us. Again, really glad that, I don't even know if that creature would have been aggro to me or not. Okay, so it's on top of the table. Oh, there it is. So if you kind of move your camera angle, you can see this little scroll thing on the table. Alright, so we got that one. I'll go ahead and put in the waypoint for the next rune. Which is also on the main level, so should be fairly easy to get to. Okay, so this is on top of the statue quest table. So scroll here, so all I had to do is, like me, jump onto this chair and you can get to it easily. Alright, and then the last one is on the basement level. We'll see how well the waypoint guides us from here. Alright, cool. Showed up, so it should be fairly simple compared to the Obelisk of Lost Souls. This one's going to be under a table in a rucksack at the forge. So pretty much looking for a bag under a table near a forge. Alright, so that is all 3 in permafrost. I'm going to go ahead and check those out. Alright, and so that leaves us with Lava Storm in Freeport, Fallen Gate, which is in Common Lands, and Nexus Forest. So we're going to go ahead and just call it a home. Probably going to leave Lava Storm, because you have to go back into Solus-Xi, or Solus-Xi, or Solus-I, however pronounce. So we're gonna do Common Lands. Actually, I'm gonna do Nexus Forest, because that's simple. There's only one there. Alright, so we're gonna go to Nexus Forest. The rune is near Citadel of Golfex, which is fairly close to the docks itself. So it's pretty much like right there. So we can just kind of run there on the mount. And then I'll head to Common Lands, to the Fallen Gate, to get that one. And then we'll see how it goes with me trying to sneak into Freeport and getting it at the Academy of Arcane Science. Make things a little bit easier. Okay, so it's in the chest up the stairs in this one little tower. So now that we got that done, we're going to go ahead and head back to the docks. And what would actually be easier is taking the flight from the docks to actually the Common Landscape, because that will come out right at where I need to go for Fallen Gate.
Hello.
Tricky part though is with my mercenary. I'll probably have to dismiss him once I try to attempt to go into Freeport. So that way, because if needed, I can put invisibility on myself. However, that doesn't invis my mercenary, and I just don't want him picking up anything he shouldn't be. So, but hopefully, I'm at a high enough level that I won't have to worry about that. Alright, Fallen Gate is this direction, as you can see on the map with the blue dot. Alright, so within Fallen Gate there's a section called Little Neriac. That's where it's going to be located. Looks like it's on a table in the second house on the left. Don't see any other players, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this shiny. Most likely I already have it. Just to make things a little bit easier to locate. I know that little section wasn't Little Neriac. Little Neriac's back here. This area is familiar. If there was another quest that brought you here, that you had to get like instructions from a house over here. Watch it be the same house. Yep. So yeah, so this little ruins here, like you had to click on this chest for that other quest. But what we need is right here. Alright, so we're done here. I'm not going to call back to home. One, probably because it hasn't been long enough for it to refresh. And two, I'm going to try and attempt to get into Freeport. So it's just much better if I just run back out to the common lands and fly to where I can get into Freeport. Most likely I'll have to use the sewer system, much like one would have to do trying to get into Kinos, if they were from the evil city or an evil character. Sometimes I wish that this character could run just a tad bit faster on his own, but I guess high elves aren't fast. That's why they're mostly used for, like, you know, magic classes and such. No thief here, or assassin. Compared to, like, when I play my Rotanga, man, seems like Rotangas just have a faster run rate to it altogether. Okay, and we're just gonna kind of run to the Griffin station. Nice. Some of these collectible items are quite expensive on the market. Alright, we fly to Freeport Station. Now, you can't just simply, you know, run right into Freeport. One, because, you know, the guards on the outside could be aggro to you. And two, you're probably not going to get very far. So we'll kind of do the back way in. There is a sewer system for Freeport, just like there is for Kinos. So what I'm going to do is run to the dock here. Then probably zone into the ruins or one of the smaller zones that you kind of play through as a new character. I think where I want is, I think it's the Sprawl is what I want. It's been a while since I've tried to kind of break into Freeport. I've been doing it more the other way around, more lately, is trying to get my evil characters into Kinos, going through that sewer system. Okay, so according to this site, instructions to get good characters into Freeport safely. There are 4 guards along the route. Of course, this was like a couple of years ago, so it could be different. So from the commons, head into the entrance of the Thieves' Way just south of the main entrance. So I didn't have to really go here. So what I'll do is this. We'll go back out to the common lands, and we'll go ahead and actually go into Thieves' Way. According to this, invisible worked, so I guess we'll about to find out. I'm gonna follow these instructions. Well, let's go ahead and dismiss mercenary. Alright, so yeah, you definitely don't want to get next to those doors, so they're like level 95. But out here somewhere is the way to Thieves' Way. Doesn't really show on the map. Thought it was over here. It's kind of tucked in the corner over here. Alright, so making it to Thieves' Way. Inches of Freeport North is across the room, so pretty much you get zoned into the room that you want to be in, and you just need to click on the grate in the wall to north of Freeport, because that's where the academy is located. What I'll probably do is go ahead and put invisible on myself, so that way when I zone into Freeport, I'm already invisible. I mean, where it comes out, there's usually not any guards there anyways, but just to make kind of things a little simpler. It's waiting for me to zone in. Alright, North Freeport. Alright, don't need that. Okay, as you can see, I'm in North Freeport on the map. What I need to do is kind of come around here. And the arcane is right there. So, I mean, it should be simple enough. So obviously that guard, I don't aggro because I'm just over level, which is good. What I'm worried about is if there's any epic guards that like to run. So looks like for the most part pretty simple. Everybody's pretty much aggro, and I want to go on to the upper level. Really glad that I play on a server that's no PvP. Let's see here. Okay, so it is going to be this book here. So they explain that it's on a table next to this person, Savant Kaim, and it's the only book that stands up. Alright, cool, success. Did not die getting into Freeport because it was simple enough. And what's nice about it is all my other characters are like level 70, so any guards I come across, obviously they're going to be way under level, so really excited about that. I have to wait 2 minutes to call the home, so that's kind of a bummer. So let's see here. Could go the way I came. Might as well go ahead and see if I can pick up the experience for this guy. Alright. And we're gonna go ahead and head on out. Alright, so that leaves the 2 runes in Lava Storm, and then of course the one that I couldn't get in Obelisk. The 2 in Obelisk of Lost Souls and 2 in Lava Storm. So we'll go ahead and head back out to the Common Lands, and then we're gonna head to Lava Storm. These shinies are specific to the Valentine's event that they have going on. Might as well pick them up. Alright, just gonna run over to the dock over here.
Hello.
I would imagine it's pronounced Solus-X-I. Alright. So the two runes are located on sub-level 6 in the glass workers room. So I'm pretty certain using the transporter is probably going to get me close, either on, as close to sub-level 6 as possible without looking it up. I'm going to go ahead and put in a waypoint and see if it gives me a little trail to follow. Doesn't, but it is below me, so we're going to go ahead and start heading that way just like we would before. Kind of start to descend lower to the lower parts of the dungeon. I would imagine that you would want to do these two last, but pretty much when you're done getting the runes, you have to return back to the Stage of Ages anyways in Antonica, so it really doesn't matter. Well, after that, and then you go back to Napkin's Lair to talk to Lord Nagafin, which then provides you like the next quest. So I guess you could kind of get the runes in any order. What I'll probably do with the Obelisk of Lost Souls is kind of work on the Axis quest to get to level 3. Won't record any of it because I have a feeling it's obviously going to take more than 2 hours to kind of get everything. But once I get a little bit more familiar with that dungeon, then of course I'll record and show off where the last 2 ruins are, so that way you have them visually that you can see, like I said, it's not a zone or dungeon that I've done often, unlike other ones, so I kind of have to familiarize myself with it and what I need to do as far as like the access quest. So I might record it. You never know. I might change my mind. Want to be helpful as possible. Luckily, the 2 runes that I need are in the same room, the glassworkers room, so that should be easy to knock out. Okay, so it's above me, so probably want to go this way. And of course we're going to use this elevator. Should have checked. Oh, there we go. We're going to want to go up again. So like many dungeons, this is obviously an open dungeon zone. There could be players in it and stuff. So I got my little wisp thing to follow, so it looks like at least I know I was going in the right direction. I'm just really glad that you can run by these giants without getting knocked off the ramp itself. I think I just walked past it. Yep. Alright, so this is pretty much the room. So I got that one, and then there is also another one. So this one was on the floor on the right table, so the other one is the scroll on the table on the left side of the room. So with Lost Legend of the Lava Storm, you actually come into this room because you have to fight Lord Krana for one of the circlets. Alright, putting in the waypoint because it's not apparently clear. Okay, so it is in this back area. So it's not the chair, it's the scroll on the table. Alright, so that leaves us with the last two scrolls, which was an obelisk of lost souls. So we're gonna go ahead and call to home so I can get out of this dungeon. Right, and I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the Firot. So we're gonna go ahead and tackle that obelisk of lost souls.
Hello.
Okay. Travel to the Tower of Vool station. Overall, I mean, I think I've done a pretty decent job at getting the runes. Lot easier than expected. Obviously, I came across some epic creatures, but luckily enough, I was just so high level that it didn't really matter. Um, so that was kind of nice. And then I was able to get into Freeport with no issues. So that too was helpful. Okay, click on the purple cloud, go to the Obelisk of Souls. Alright, we're in that same room. Obviously, I think I gotta go in this door, but we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. And so, in that, hopefully, I'll be able to wrap up what I need to get for the last two runes here. So thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully this is helpful if you decide to play EverQuest 2 and want to attempt to do the Speak as a Dragon. You know, definitely it was pretty easy. Again, with the videos when I upload them to YouTube, I'll include the link that I use that kind of walks you through. It was a really good site. Has some really good information, so I'll probably look at it to see if it gives me what I need for the Obelisk of Lost Souls.